Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Gerson Ribeiro, and I'm here to talk more about investing opportunities, especially investing in early stage startups. So, first, we are here with Kyle Henry. Kyle is an investor at Big Data Ventures, which is a fund for investing in a specific niche kinds of opportunities in startups in the United States. And Kyle, he came here in Brazil to be doing lots of events with us. We invited him and we are happy to have you here. It's been 2 weeks now, right? We've been on the road for a while. So thank you so much, Kyle, for taking the time to come all the way from Chicago to Recife, to the countryside, to also São Paulo, Campinas. And for now to be talking to our viewers about investing. So thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So Kyle, can you explain us a little bit about what you do as an investor?
So I'm a VC in Chicago, focused on Series A and up investments. I've spent time really in the early stage for the last 5 years, really in all industries from agriculture and food to technology, and now getting into Internet of Things and big data opportunities as well.
Awesome. And in your point of view, the person that wants to invest in a startup, what he or she should be looking at?
I think in the early stage, the biggest thing is obviously the team, evaluating what they're going to be able to execute and how far they're going to take the business, to the next level with the capital that you're going to be adding. A lot of people want to invest money and be passive investors. That's certainly one strategy. But I always like to recommend that people are active, whether they're providing, introductions to potential customers, introductions to potential other investors, people that can provide, strategic partnerships that add value to the company that makes your money, your investment more valuable in the long run.
Some of our people in our audience, they already invest in other things like real estate, stock market, but do you think that investing on early stage startups is something that they are able to do also?
Most definitely, and I think the biggest thing is being supportive of other entrepreneurs and being supportive of the tech scene in your community. It will provide so much more in the long run to attracting talent to your city. That has an effect on property values. It has an effect on the vibrance of the city and the way that the economy will be in the future. So I think providing that type of support is so important, and everyone should be involved in supporting entrepreneurship in their own community, because it's going to come back to help their children get jobs and their children have opportunities, make their community a better place where entrepreneurship is valued and people have opportunities to create great businesses, which is the way that jobs and growth will come.
And have you seen any individual, like an angel investor, that was investing to have a high exit, something like it was really worth it, the investment?
I mean, one of my favorite angel investors is Chris Sacca. He started with, I believe, $8 to $10 million and grew this fund to over $1 billion. Not the typical, result, but his first investment was $50,000 into Twitter. He also invested in Instagram and Uber. So he had a knack for finding companies very early on, supporting really great entrepreneurs and helping them, whether it's bringing on talent, helping them execute on growing their market, and adding a component of technology. Due diligence is really important for that early stage, and I think he's a great example of a guy that just really knows how to find great teams, great entrepreneurs very early on, and support them in a way that grows the company quickly.
Some people might think that in the United States, because the economy is so much larger, you guys have like hundreds of years of expertise in business development and risk management and venture capitalism. People are some people are afraid that here in Brazil it's completely different, and they are not able to get good results here. But do you think that's the case?
I don't think it's the case. I think it remains to be seen. How quickly that the Brazilian tech scene will really boom. But I'm very optimistic about that. And again, it goes back to a couple of things. It goes back to supporting entrepreneurship, which I've seen great things from really the younger generation here, and helping to connect with the older generation and bring entrepreneurship to different parts of the country. And I think that capital is just going to be the next big part, and that's a big thing that we want to be involved with is bringing capital to the right companies, bringing talent to the right opportunities, and growing the ecosystem from there, because it's going to be about making really great companies, having exits, and to really put Brazil on the map.
And imagine that you were a business person that has already a successful business and also other investments. If you were to start from scratch investing on startups, what would you do?
I definitely would start with areas that I'm familiar with. I'm someone that likes to always learn about new things, but I'm not going to jump in and invest into something that I don't quite know yet. I'm going to build towards that, but really starting with what you're very familiar with. Knowing what value you can add to the company. That's really important, and knowing the industries that you both are very passionate about and you like, but also that you're knowledgeable about, because you want to be very knowledgeable about what you're investing in. It's just it's a way better way of going about it than trying to go into new areas. And I've seen a lot of that, and most people are hesitant to invest, and they should be, because they don't know it yet. But getting educated on the new areas is something that people can do as well, and that takes time, but then they can invest in tech in areas that they may have not built their business in and had their success in that area.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And does Big Data Ventures has a website already so people can take a look?
We do not have our website set up yet, but hopefully by the time that this airs, we will have it. Big Data Ventures, we have a LinkedIn page, so people can go to that. But we're just getting started. We're going to be looking at Brazil as well, so we're going to have more stuff in the future about what we're going to be doing down here.
Awesome. So, Carlos, thank you so much for talking to our audience. It was great to have you here in Brazil. Thank you so much for the great time, for the great connections, and thank you for talking to our people here.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.